I'd first like to show you guys a quick visual aid.
Someone asked me why I used to be a boy and now I'm a girl. I would say that I have a girl brain and boy body, and I think like a girl, but I just have a boy body and it's different than you.
Is it okay to be different?
Yes.
Do you like it? Because why?
It's okay to be different because it just matters who you are. It doesn't matter if you're different than anybody else. It just matters if you're having a good time and you like who you are.
One of the things that ties into us liking who we are is inevitably our gender association. My name is Lauren Irwin, and tonight I'd like to talk to you about a disorder known as gender identity disorder. At birth, we're assigned a gender role, usually a man or a woman, based on our genitalia. If you're a woman, obviously you have a vagina, and if you're a male, you have a penis. However, not always at birth is that gender role assigned. In early childhood, there are many known cases of children that would be considered a transgender. And from the dictionary, a transgender is known as the state of one's gender identity. Transgender is given to an individual that may have characteristics that are normally associated with a particular gender of the opposite sex. So if you were born a boy, you may associate more with a female than you would a male. As seen in the video, that's a little girl named Jazz. She was born a boy. Since the age of 2, she told her mother and father, I want to be a girl, I'm a girl mommy, I'm a girl mommy. And then it progressed onto her early childhood development for kindergarten. She went to school as a boy and cried hysterically and drew a picture on the first day of a little girl crying. And her mother asked her, well, what happened in the picture? And she said, well, that little girl's crying because she can't wear a dress to school. So with reluctance, her parents decided to let her grow her hair out and be a girl, because maybe our gender we are more than our gender, and we're not only defined by our genitalia. The exact cause of gender identity disorder is not known, but there are theories that suggest that the disorder may be caused by genetic or chromosomal abnormalities when the mother is pregnant. So maybe while the mother is pregnant, there was some kind of abnormality, chemical imbalance that led the child to have symptoms that are commonly linked to gender identity disorder, and that is an expressed desire to be the opposite sex. I want to be known as a woman even though I'm a male. In children that we find this gender identity disorder, although it is more commonly placed in children, adults can have gender identity disorder, and the symptoms are the same: a desire to live as the opposite person. Only with adulthood comes the wanting to actually change the genitalia that you were given at birth. So now you would be known as a transsexual in society. There's also one more case I'd like to tell you guys about. A woman gave birth to twins, fraternal twins, a boy and a girl. And the girl was seemingly normal, and the little boy, from the age of maybe 1 or 2, always seemed kind of depressed, telling his mother, you know, I want to be just like Allie, Mommy, I want to be just like Allie, I'm a girl. And the mother said, no, you're not a girl, you're a boy, you have a penis, Allie has a vagina, she's the girl, you're a little boy, you're going to play with trucks. And one day she let him play in the bathtub, and she went to get the shampoo on the top shelf. And I guess in her bathroom they had nail clippers, tweezers, things like that. And when she turned back around, he had the nail clipper on his penis. And she said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm going to take it off, Mommy, it's not supposed to be there, it's not who I am, I'm a girl, I'm a girl. My point tonight is that we are more than our gender. We need to let our children be happy, and if their happiness isn't associated with an opposite sex, then that's okay. It is okay to be different, as that 7-year-old so poignantly stated. And I'd like to give you guys a few quotes on acceptance. Understanding is the first step to acceptance, and only with acceptance can there be recovery. Children that are born with this disorder feel like they're damaged. And as parents and as care providers, it's up to us to help them to feel more accepting with themselves and their bodies. Acceptance of others, their looks and their behaviors and their beliefs brings you to an inner peace and tranquility within yourself. And it feels so.
There is more than just a person's genitalia. I think it's agreeing with Linda, it goes back to society. I think their gender is determined by society, and they actually define your role, and that determines your gender. For example, I grew up in a household where the woman's job is to cook and clean. That was the role of a woman in my household. And I grew up with that for a long time, and now since I see society changing, it's not like that anymore. Now women work, they're educated, they're able to hold high positions, so there are still some limits on them, on what jobs they can really get. And with that going into work, it's, women are being held back regardless of what type of experience and education they have. Even where I work now, I work in an office setting in a law firm, and many times I've been put down because I'm a woman, I'm soft-spoken on the phone, and people have tried, clients as well as other attorneys, to bully me because I'm a woman, and I seem very fragile, like women are looked at. Aside from that, I mean, for me, gender it's a way to separate and put limitations on people, especially women. And that's what I view as gender. And going back to religion also, which the readings that we had on feminism, they showed religion, and one of the examples was that women were they're the other, they were made second. Which is so funny because I once saw on the Learning Channel when they showed how babies are created, they actually showed that women are the template, and from women afterwards is when they become boys. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure that a lot of people knew that, or men. I thought it was so interesting, and it was a little humorous to me. And in conclusion, I think gender is just produced by society, and it's just a way to just put limitations on either male, female, regardless of gender.
My name is Linda McGee. I'm here to discuss what does gender mean to me. Gender, actuality, means socially defined. Socially defined as a definition of gender is very wrong. Very wrong. Gender should be between you and your maker. Who birthed you, who he created you as. That's going to be your first start. That's where your margin should start at. Your next margin should start for gender role. Who do you feel you are when you wake up, and who do you feel when you go to sleep? What makes you feel good inside? Yes, we are born as male. Yes, we are born as female. Yes, we are blessed to have a sprinkle of both. Again, it goes back to you and your maker. What makes you feel good? What makes you tick? Society should not control your gender at all. I disagree with that. It's wrong. Nobody should control your gender.